Dear students, let us understand the second chapter, Unit 2 from Business Intelligence, that is data warehouse. Let us understand clearly what is data warehouse. Data warehousing is a process of collecting and managing data from varied sources to provide meaningful business insights. A data warehouse is typically used to connect and analyze business data from heterogeneous sources. The data warehouse is a core of business intelligence systems which is built for data analysis and reporting. Now, it is a blend of technologies and components which aids the strategic use of data. It is the electronic storage of large amount of information by business which is designed for query and analysis instead of transaction processing. It is a process of transforming data into information and making it available to users in a timely manner to make difference. Students understand that data warehouse keeps only the data of historic data generally. Historic data from, we call it as heterogeneous sources. That means from different sources of availability, the data is being stored into the data warehouse. This is what exactly the data warehouse definition is. Let us see how data warehouse works. A data warehouse works as a central repository where information arises from one or more data sources. Data flows into the data warehouse from transactional system and other relational databases. Data may be structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. Now, the data is processed, transformed, and ingested so that users can access the processed data in the data warehouse through business intelligence tools. So, structured query language, clients, and spreadsheets. A data warehouse merges information coming from different sources into a one comprehensive database. Now, let us see what are the main types of data warehouses. The data warehouses has been classified into three different types. The first one is enterprise data warehouse. Now, what is enterprise data warehouse? It is a centralized warehouse. It provides DSS, that is decision support services, across the enterprise. It offers a unified approach for organizing and representing the data. It also provides the ability to classify data according to the subject and gives access according to the divisions. Now, take example of any organization, like example of a hospital. Now, if you have a particular data of so many thousands of patients stored in a particular database, now as per the requirement of a particular patient, now you can obtain a data regarding to a particular patient and the corresponding doctors regarding to that particular patient and the time, the dates on which the patient involved, etc., etc., in one particular go. The second type is operational data store. Operational data store, which is also called as ODS, is a data store required when neither the data warehouse nor OLTP system supports reports are needed. In ODS, data warehouse is refreshed in real time. Hence, it is widely preferred for routine activities like strong records of the employees. Now, whenever you want a particular employee record, which is being operated, which is being used now, so the history of a particular employee, which is being used now as an operational data, you can use this particular type of data warehouse. So the last type is data mart. Data mart is a subset of data warehouse. It's specially designed for a particular line of business, like an individual business, such as sales, finance, or sales of finance, etc. It is an independent data mart, and data can be collected directly from the sources. So you have direct access to the direct data source, which we call as a data mart. Let us see what are the components of a data warehouse. In data warehouse, there are four important components. They are load manager, warehouse manager, query manager, and end user access tools. The first one is called load manager. Now, what is a load manager? The load manager is also called as front component. It performs with all operations associated with the extraction and loading of data into the data warehouse. So this is the prime responsible manager which loads the data into the database. That is, the operations include transformation to prepare the data entering into the data warehouse. So this performs the database being stored into the data warehouse. The second one is warehouse manager. Warehouse manager performs operations associated with the management of data in the data warehouse. It performs operations like analysis of data, it ensures the consistency of data, it creates indexes, sortings, generations of denormalizations, it creates aggregations, transformations, merging of source data, and archiving, breaking up of data. So total data management is done by the warehouse data manager. We call it as a warehouse manager. The third one is query manager. Query manager is also known as backend component. It performs all operations related to the management of user queries. Now, a query is nothing but a question which has been asked to the database to extract the required information from the database. Similarly, the operations of this data warehouse components are direct queries to the appropriate tables for scheduling and execution of queries. So whenever a query is being asked by the user, it is being processed by the query manager to extract the required data from the data warehouse. The last one is end user access tools. This is categorized into 5 different groups like data reporting, query tools, application development tools, EAS tools, OLAP tools, and data mining. Now, what is this particular access tools? These are all the tools available in the data warehouse so that the required data can be used appropriately. Now, whenever you want to report a data, the data reporting is the manager which is able to do. Querying tools will help to process the query and extract the information exactly according to the required query. Now, application development tools, whenever you are trying to put up your data into a particular program, like for example, you are trying to use your Java as a front end to extract the data. Now, as per the requirements of the Java, the database, the data warehouse is going to put up this particular data as per the requirement required in the program. Now, EAS tools are nothing but executive information tools, and OLAP tools, online analytical processing tools, and data mining tools are other particular tools. So all these put together we call them as end user access tools. Let us see what are the characteristics of data warehouse. A data warehouse has the following characters: subject oriented, integrated, time variant, and non-volatile. Now let us understand them clearly. Now let us see the first one, subject oriented. A data warehouse is subject oriented as it offers information regarding a theme instead of companies, ongoing operations, etc. These subjects can be sales, marketing, distributions, etc. A data warehouse never focuses on ongoing operations. Instead, it puts emphasis on modeling and analysis of data for decision making. It also provides a simple and concise view around the specific subject by excluding data which is not helping to support the decision process. So this is what is subject oriented. Integrated means, in data warehouse, integration means establishment of a common unit of measure for all similar data from the dissimilar database. The data also needs to be stored in data warehouse in common and universally acceptable manner. A data warehouse is developed by integrating data from varied sources like mainframe, relational database, flat files, etc. Moreover, it keeps consistent naming conventions, formats, and coding. Let us see what is time variant. In this, data is maintained via different intervals of time such as weekly, monthly, annually, etc. It founds various time limits which are structured between the large data sets and are held in online transaction process, OLTP. The time limits of the data warehouse is wide ranged than that of operational systems. The data resided inside the data warehouse is predictable with a specific interval of time and delivers information from the historical perspective. It comprises elements of time explicitly or implicitly. Another feature of time variance is that once data is stored in the data warehouse, it cannot be modified, altered, or updated. Now coming to non-volatile, as the name defines, the data resided in the warehouse is permanent. It also means that the data is not erased or deleted when new data is inserted. So it includes the mammoth quantity of data that is inserted into the modification between the selected quantity and logical business. It evaluates the analysis within the technologies of warehouse. The data is read only and refreshed at a particular intervals. This is beneficial in analyzing historical data and in comprehension the functionality. It does not need transaction processing, recapture and concurrency control mechanisms.